All right, where's my thing at? Let me get this thing out. All right, so I'm not going to be here that long because I don't have to spend hours and hours making my point. Uh, I can just hit it up real quick and say what I got to say because what I speak is the truth. And I ain't got to lie, but I got a few things to say to certain folk. Now, we all know that there are some people that get into witchcraft for the wrong reasons, right? But even when you get into the craft or discover your craft for the wrong reasons, you kind of take to it and you start to understand it. But there are some people that genuinely only try to practice witchcraft because they wanted to harm other people, right? And so I've had this experience, especially with these crazy people, especially with this crazy girl from Florida. So you mean to tell me that because your witchcraft didn't work, that you thought that you were going to continue to try to do harm to me and my innocent family, or to, because I'm innocent as well? You thought that going to the Bible was going to help you and that Jesus was going to protect you. And he's not. You really thought that. Like, it's going to backfire on you just like the witchcraft backfired on you. Are you stupid? Like, you'd have did better trying to do stronger witchcraft that worked, which it would never worked on me. But you definitely ain't going to be able to do that because of religion. And especially with a witch, I'm a shaman. Yeah, no, hun. And I understand that a lot of people are confused because of that war going over in Palestine, and evil doers and child predators are thinking, oh my God, this is Shangri-La. They're actually enjoying all of the images of those poor little babies over there. Um, I'm always deeply, deeply disturbed by wars of men. Hun, that stuff is just gonna backfire on you, just like the witchcraft backfired on you. That's a fact. That ain't gonna work. So you figured, okay, the witchcraft didn't work. So let me go to the Bible and I'm gonna be able to do something. And then you thought, ooh, there's so much stuff in the Bible. Like, for example, trying to scapegoat on me, by accusing, by making accusations that's not the truth. But you know what? That Day of Atonement in the Bible, where it's like a scapegoat or a goat. First of all, I'm not a fucking goat. People are not goats. I'm a human being with that walks on two legs. So that whole scapegoating spirit, that flies right out of the fucking window. So accusing me of shit that's not the truth is never gonna fly. None of the other shit is gonna fly. Like, and I can just imagine old girl who just got done with her life, who's literally making bad decisions in her life, straight up and down, because that shit's gonna backfire on you, right? I can just about fucking imagine that the spirits that reside over like that entire religion of Christianity, they are just fucking sick of you. They are. I can't even imagine. I already know they are. I don't have to imagine it. Like, I already know they tired of you because you're obsessed with somebody and you need mental help, but yet you're always going to these gods and praying, and they're like, well, we're not going to do what you want us to do to this lady. She don't have nothing to do with whatever you talking about. Go get some help. And then you sit up there, I heard you, I'm a prayer warrior, and da-da. No, you're crazy. That's why you can't mix religion with mental illness, or witchcraft with mental illness that's untreated. So going to Christianity is not going to help you do harm to people just because you don't like them. Like, I can already tell you that. And by the way, I don't consider myself to be a hoodoo practitioner, but you think that I don't know hoodoo? You think I don't know how to make it do what it do? I know hoodoo. I don't practice it per se. I'm not exclusive to hoodoo because I don't necessarily work with the Bible. But like, if you try to use the Bible, like for example, if you try to dominate me, you try to bind me up and bind me for what? I'm not bothering you. I don't even be studying you. I don't even be studying folk like you're stalking me. And goodness gracious, hon. And then you want to stalk people in peace. No, I just want to go and lie on you and stalk you in peace. Well, that's not going to happen. And you already know it. It's a lot of them that did that. They started out practicing witchcraft, then all of a sudden they turned to Jesus, and that's not going to help you. You were a liar before. It's a fact. You've been lying. It's not going to change it. What do you think, that Jesus is going to allow you to get away with lying on innocent people? Like, how could you be that dumb? Jesus is going to take care of me before he ever is concerned about you. So when you talk about thank you, Jesus, and then also here's another thing that's ridiculous. You know, literally, you need to lose your ability to talk. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because and I believe that's what those spirits are gonna do. I believe that people that do stuff like what you do, I believe that it causes strokes. And I could see you having a stroke and losing your ability to talk. So you can't speak or read out loud of the Bible. The Bible itself and Jesus is sick of you. I can't imagine how obsessive you are. And you know who I'm talking to, Tina. And a few of you other ones of you. They said Jesus is like, oh my God. I can't, because you know Jesus is a spirit, right? Just like all of the other spirits. That's what we're working with. Now, I personally don't allow negative spirits in my reality. Whether or not it's a Bible spirit, a African spirit, it could be a fucking European spirit that's negative. I don't allow it in my fucking reality. So what the fuck difference does it make? There is no religion or cult or witchcraft or nothing that's going to allow you to attack innocent fucking people. Are you insane? And you really got this false confidence. And really, to be honest with you, I've seen people fuck around and find out playing around with that Bible. Now, I'm not saying that because I am of an opinion that witchcraft is the creme de la creme. It's the creme de la creme. Witchcraft knows all things. It's not a man made religion. Witchcraft was created by nature. It's nothing you can do about nature. Okay? But you know, you be at first you was a witch, right? For years you said I'm a witch and I'm obsessed with you. And your obsession was never meant to destroy me and my family. Your obsession is definitely destroying you. And how do you, first of all, if you were going to turn to religion and Jesus, Tina, that meant that you'd have to stop your lies on me. You can't just lie on me just because I'm a witch. That's not how it works. So if you were going to go back to Christianity, which is what you did, right? Because I'm sub to your channel from this channel, not from my main channel. You went back to Christianity. When you went back to Christianity, why you didn't purge yourself of your sins? You can't go back to Jesus still lying on somebody. Girl, what's wrong with you? That's what's gonna get you fucked up. You literally are saying praise Jesus and then at the same time lying to, see, this is what I'm talking. And you was who I was talking about. It was a few years ago. Because I don't contend with you, Tina. I don't. But it was you that I was talking about when I said that you be going and lying to these gods and stuff. That's why you failed at witchcraft. You literally tried to go to Lady Hecate and lie to her. And she was like, well, I know, Jamila, I know that's a damn lie. Girl, what the hell is wrong with you? And then you be worrying the hell out of everybody with this shit. That's why I'm glad you had, child. You know what makes me stronger than the strongest? I ain't like Mike. I got your ass blocked. I do not want to hear that bullshit. You can't come up in my inbox. You can't talk to me. You can't call me. And I know you want to. That's why you be online. You still stalking me. You think that there's no religion that's going to allow you to stalk somebody. And Tina, Asmodeus, Modede is your kryptonite. Because we all know that on the underbelly of all this, it's your sexual obsession with me and my children. So you didn't even go to Jesus with a pure heart, child. You over there literally a whole damn sick ass pervert trying to call on Jesus while at the same time you're trying to use Bible science and magic, right? Right? That's what you're doing. You're trying to use Bible science and magic. That's going to get you fucked up quicker. And then, and I know you're racist, so you're thinking, well, because slavery ever existed, you're gonna get away with it. Like, really? Come on now. And you gotta know I'm smarter than that. I'm smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting up here telling you, girl, you better leave that Bible alone. That's gonna get you fucked up even worse. Because if you can't even go to Satan and lie to Satan, you can't go and lie to Satan. You can't go and lie to these spirits. What makes you think you can go to the Bible and lie? And is it because of the whole thing, never suffer a witch to live, and the whole scapegoating thing? That's not gonna fly, hun. It's not. Like, you need to tell the truth. And then here's another bigger thing. No matter where you go, you can go to the moon and fucking back. There is no religion or spirituality that's going to allow your lies. You do better just fucking telling the truth. From the beginning, you've been lying on me. Filing false reports, lying and shit. Girl, just tell the damn truth. Just say I made the shit up because I hate this bitch because I'm jealous of this bitch. Damn. And then you want to talk about devil worshippers. Well, all of the devil worshippers, I know they know how to live in truth. You over there in a whole illusion that doesn't exist. And it's obviously not making you feel any better because, I mean, you ain't been doing good at all. I don't believe that you're happy. There's no fucking way that a liar could be happy. There's things are not going well for you at all. At all. And you started lying on me before I even took the left hand path. You've been running around with this same damn lie, trying to make it fly. It don't fly, and just cursing yourself. And now you think you're gonna go to Jesus in the Bible because of the history of black people in the Bible, and you think, oh, I'm gonna get her and that, and you ain't gonna do nothing but hurt your damn self, girl. I'm just telling you, and nobody, like, it's young people out here that you could be persuading, and you're lying to those people. You're miserable every single day. You have a lot of anxiety. You're sad. You have suicidal thoughts. That's a fact. That's why you're attacking children and puppies and shit. That's why your dog attacked you that time. Talking about the dog attacked me. That dog was defending himself. You know that, and I know that dogs sometimes turn on their owners, but in your case, I know for a fact that damn dog was defending himself that day that he bit you in your eye. And you probably beat the shit out of that damn poor little dog. Mm-mm-mm. Girl, bye. I just don't get it. And you really, like, and I'm not trying to save you, trust me. I'm letting everybody else know, if you tell a lie on an innocent person, going to the Bible and continuing to lie is not going to help. Now, if she just went to Christianity and said, you know what, Jesus, I'm done with all that stuff and I'm not going to do it anymore, then fine. I mean, you still ain't going to get nowhere because you still haven't admitted to the lies that you've told. You're fucked up until you admit that you lied on me. And it doesn't matter if I'm black. What you think, you can just run around here and lie on black folk? Why? Because you in the South? What did black people ever do? Ain't your daddy supposed to be black? Your daddy black, ain't he? That's what you told me, Tina. You told me your daddy was black. Now, was you lying about that? You said, oh, my father is black. I love black people. I don't believe your father really. You be running around here, ho, 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 bitch and ho, skank, skank. Praise Jesus. Jesus be ready to. Jesus just pukes up bile on you. Jesus don't like that kind of stuff. Jesus is very pure. And his mama Mary, she the one that's running shit. And his mama don't like you. His mama love me. Mary Magdalene, she loved me. She loved me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, I just can't believe that that like, how do you, at least people that practice the Bible, or they are at least covert with the shit. Like, you're out in the open a whole ass fucking hypocrite and shit. And you already tried to go to the Satanist with that, and Satan is not a liar. Like, that's just a rumor. Lucifer is the light bearer. He sheds light. So tell me what this is supposed to be about, right? Really, like, what is it? And that's why you're not happy. That's why you're constantly sad. That's why you're constantly calling people, bugging the fuck out of them, talking about Jamila. It ain't Jamila. You need to go talk to God. And I remember years ago, and I swear to God, this is a true fucking story. Years ago, when I first came across Tina Crazy, it's just, the only thing about her is that she's a nutcase. She's really a nutcase. She called some girl on the three-way. I never forget this. This was when I was in Savannah. And I forget all of the details about why she had me on the three-way with the girl. But you could tell that the girl was like Latina or something, or mixed or something. And I can't remember exactly why we were calling her. I can't remember, but somewhere along the line, uh, either some people got very fearful, or something must have happened, because she called this lady, and the lady was telling her about something, and I didn't even know this lady. And the lady was obviously mentally ill, because I didn't know her, didn't recognize her at all. And she was telling her about something that had nothing to do with anything I knew about. And the lady was like, Jamila, it was Jamila that did it. And I swear to God, is there have been a couple of people that have contacted me that are acquainted with both of those women, the Tina and a few of them, that contacted me and said that I did something to them and they husband, and I didn't even know these people. I was like, hey, I don't know who you are. I was like, but I don't know your husband. I was like, I'm sorry, hon, but I hope that things get better for you. But I don't even know you. So to me, it just seems like a bunch of mentally ill people that, like, for some reason, I know y'all believe that God protects babies and fools, but it really don't work that way. Look at your life. Look at what you're doing. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen this kind of war before, and I see strokes, because you cannot speak. First of all, people that lie a lot like that, they are at a higher risk of a fucking debilitating stroke. Lying is not good. Like, I don't know what God that is that does that. I don't know if it's Satan, Lucifer, somebody. People that lie a lot and are full of shit for some reason, and I'm not saying all people, because I had an aunt that died of a brainstem stroke, and she was not a liar. That lady was not a liar. My auntie Gina, my auntie Gina was one of the most righteous and beautiful people that I've ever known in my fucking life. Okay, God, I guess God or whoever wanted her to wanted that one, because she was a good person and just very loving. I miss her so much. You're at a risk of a stroke, because when you can't talk, you can't lie. There are not, there's a few demons of the Goesha that condone lies. Not too many though. And if you lie on a witch, it's very easy for that witch to go to those particular spirits and say, hey, somebody's lying on me. Can you help me out here? They can do that too. So there's no way around it. What are you going to do? You think that's going to save you? Jesus is not going to save you, especially with you being a liar. Why is it that that's not comprehending? Because you was a whole witch a year ago or two ago, and then all of a sudden, thank you, Jesus, and da 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 da. But Jesus is looking at you like, ill, gross. You're a liar. You're still attacking Jamila. Like, what's happening in the brain? Like, what's going on here? I don't get it. And it's not gonna save you. Jesus is not gonna save you. Jesus saves many people. He ain't gonna save you because you a liar. And he's sick of your ass already. I can tell you that. I already know. Because you don't have nothing else to do and you obsessive. You probably be sitting up there, I'm praying for 12 hours straight. And it don't do you no fucking good. It doesn't. Don't you know no good? Because you still a liar and you're still a fraud. It just, like, do you, like, why is it that that's not computing? I don't get it. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like, it's totally ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. You look ridiculous. And Saint Michael don't like your ass either, because you be harassing the police and lying to the police. He don't like your ass either. Saint Michael is a patron of the police. Anything, any kind of police action, it should be Saint Michael. Okay. You be calling and fouling. They all don't like you. They don't. It's just they don't like you. It's a fact, man. You're a liar. You're a scam artist. They feel like if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna go back to the church and you felt like you've sinned, right? When you go back to the church, you can't just blatantly take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going, and I personally don't have a belief system. And I have every right to believe what I choose. I don't have a belief system that being a witch is wrong. So I have no reason to go to God and say, God forgive me for that, because I don't have to believe in that. But you believe in that. So when you go to the church and you say, God, I sinned and I'm sorry, but then you keep doing it the same thing, what results do you think you're gonna get? You're not gonna get good results. Just be honest, tell the truth. Just like when I'm gonna give y'all an example. She just blatantly called CPS and lied and said that Jacob was inebriated. This is how she described Jacob. You know, and it is a mental illness. When somebody habitually lies, that's a mental illness. Now, at the time, and I think that video might still be up. This was a few years ago. I don't know what this chick was tripping off of. I immediately went live and showed how chubby and healthy my son was. She went live again, screaming and yelling, right? Still called CPS. They came by and they was like, yeah, that kid is obviously not. Now Jacob has gotten taller now and he's stocky. This is the most healthiest kid you will ever see in your life. And I could show him right now, like, but I I just I just don't feel comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and literally, like, every single time this chick calls CPS, Jacob just gets he's just older and better and more handsomer. He's very handsome kid, very healthy. He's going through puberty now. And see, you know, this is one of the reasons why, like, you know, I'll like just admit that you made it up, girl. I am a mother of four children. Four. I love children, especially my own. Absolutely ridiculous. And we'll go over on y'all channels and try to make it seem like my children are victims. When it's the total opposite. Reality is the total opposite. Like, you have got to know that nothing good is going to come to you for doing that. Everything good is going to come to me because I'm actually a good mom. Nothing good is going to come to you. That's a promise. Okay? You can't use witchcraft or the Bible or no other religion to try to get back at somebody just because you're jealous of them. And you are factually jealous of me and obsessed. That's a fact that you're jealous, insanely jealous. Nobody in this world, except for maybe people that are afraid of you or either just as mentally ill as you, doesn't see that it's obvious, right? And so that's the reason why if I were to come on here and in the complete nude and do a body shot of myself, you would literally blow a gasket because you want everybody to believe that my skin is hanging off of my body. I got craters. You know, everything is all messed up. You want people to believe that. So for me, I'm never gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm at, you know, I'm not where you think I'm at. You know, I get out and I walk every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting in the best shape that I've been in a few years. Like, you are very jealous. You are very jealous. I remember one time I went out to take a walk and you got jealous and went live and told me that I was a broke hoe because I was able to go for a goddamn walk. Okay, that's cool, but what's going on with Jacob's education? Jacob is homeschooled, hon. And let me just tell you this. I just did an FBI report, sent it to the Department of Justice, and I even mentioned in it that somebody's going to have to be arrested. Because even if I wanted to send my child to any public school, I would not be able to do it because of that sector. Am I not correct, Amundo, in that? There's no way that I would let this kid out of my sight to send him to nobody's school. When that sector goes to prison, maybe I'll feel comfortable. I'm not sending my child to no public school because that sector is stalking me. Hell to the no. So yeah, Jacob is being educated. He's very intelligent. He's more intelligent than these adults that are stalking him. That's a goddamn shame that I'm a woman that lives in America that can't even send my kid to school because predators are stalking me. Who is the predator? Tina. Who is Tina? Tina is somebody with a history of being in the sex industry and prostitution, who obviously has had some dealings of putting little kids out there, and she's addicted to drugs. So you think I'm gonna send my kid out there so he can get hurt or some? And trust me, I've seen some of the stuff that y'all said in them chat rooms. Y'all, there are trolls that have threatened Jacob and said one day we're gonna snatch him. I am not taking no goddamn motherfucking chances. So y'all can kiss my ass with that. Okay, we're not going there. We're not going there. Whatever pedophile network y'all got going on that's obsessed with my son, y'all gon' die. I'm telling you, my will is way too goddamn strong for that. You think I would ever let anything happen to any of my children? And I believe that Tina's a part of a goddamn conspiracy. Look at who she hangs around. She hangs around Michelle Diable. Michelle Diable and her boyfriend are manufacturing fake child pornography photographs. I've been very, very, very voicey about this too. I've reported it, and eventually something gonna have to give. All I know is that I'm gonna keep mine safe. Because I'm not a listen, I believe in forgiving people, but I can't forgive nobody for messing with my kid. And these people had hatred. They have hatred for my kid. They don't have Jacob's best interests at heart. They don't. That's why they tried to curse him. They said Jacob can't talk. He's autistic. All of this stuff, and it's kind of like it's sick what they do. See, and I'm not that type of mama. I'm not that type of mother. And none of my children have scratches or bruises or nothing on their body, cuts, scrapes. All four of my children have clean bodies. They don't have no scars and all that stuff. Why? Because I am a very protective mama. And no, I don't believe that trauma is character building. I believe in peaceful, loving parenting. So I ain't gotta raise my child the way other people raise their children. I raise my children the way I want to. In fact, I've been homeschooling my children for a while. Even the older ones got homeschooled. You know why? Because they were getting bullied in school. Maybe 30 years ago, bullying was a lot different. These days, children are killing each other up at the schools. Nah. So I'm sorry. I don't get down that way. Okay. So Jacob is definitely very well educated, more educated and more intelligent than the adults. He can have an intelligent conversation with somebody. He's a very delightful child, very calm and well adjusted, safe, stable emotionally. He's very emotionally stable. I ain't about to, Okay. So I don't play that crap. And the trolls were blatantly threatening my kid. Jacob has been homeschooled. He prefers to be homeschooled. He loves his homeschooling programming, his little thing that he used, not programming, but program. He enjoys it a lot. He learns at his level, okay, which is Jacob is 11 now. So he is middle school now. And he's more advanced than a lot of middle school kids. I was not going to do that. And then, especially, it's a lot of crazy psychotic people. Tina came from Alexis, right? Alexis is a psychopath. Children keep coming up dead around Alexis. Alexis knows a bunch of criminals and fucking trolls and shit. No, Jamila ain't doing it. And Alexis was crazy enough to compare my 2 year old to her 20 something year old grown ass son and decided that she was going to exact revenge against me. It was all my fault. In fact, part of the reason why I'm being targeted is because of Alexis. Part of the reason why Jacob is being targeted is because of De Niro's grown ass. Jacob already has social skills, and that's a matter of opinion, my system. That's a matter of opinion. Would you say that the people that are stalking and harassing me that went to school have good social skills? You think they're socially well adjusted? That's not always true. You don't know who my son socializes with. I don't put our personal business out on YouTube. So, that's a matter of opinion. I know a lot of people that went to school and graduated, and they have horrible social skills that I don't agree with. Just like I don't agree with y'all social network. I don't agree with what y'all do. I would never, I would literally be heartbroken as a mother if my children turned out like any of those people. Yeah, I know that stalking and harassment is not part of it. I understand that. I totally understand that. But what I am telling you is that a child can be developed and well mannered socially without going to school. Is that not a fact? That's a fact. And if you have a group of criminals stalking you with for a crazy psycho who makes sex videos to trolls, who told the trolls that they should come after me because somehow I did something to her son, it's my fault that her kid went to prison, what would you do as a mother? Would you say, "Oh, it's worth it"? No, it's not. And then trust me, I've raised 3 children in the school system. If you don't have children and you've never been to a PTA meeting, been up to the schools, that public school is not that. P- Children develop their social skills at home. That's a fact. Okay, so, and I guess that's something maybe some of y'all should go and look at homeschooling parents, and maybe y'all can get something from that. All I know is that I'm not going to have something bad happen to my kid, and I'm definitely not. So is my family supposed to be separated because we're being stalked? Why don't the police just go arrest the goddamn stalkers? You think I'm gonna lose my family? Like I'm just gonna go, okay, they're stalking me, kids. Y'all gotta go somewhere else because mommy's being stalked. Fuck that. No. Either the stalkers are gonna stop, they're gonna go to jail, or something else gonna happen to them. That's all it is to it. My life and my family should not have to change because of these sick people. They made it all up because of crazy ass Alexis K. Tyler. She's a nutcase. She literally took it out on my infant, that her grown ass son who was on drugs went to prison. This has all been well documented. This is the truth I'm telling you. Alexis has, that's where Tina came from. Tina came from Alexis. They are doing all of this and telling lies and harassing and stalking me because they're trying to get vengeance for her. Why? Because even though I've never met her son, don't know those people, all of the problems that Kevin Singleton, her son, his stage name is De Niro Red, all of the problems that he had in life was developed before he ever knew me. It was my fault somehow that he went to prison, and she's got to come after me because I'm trying to destroy her, even though it seems like to me, pardon me, I'm not a person to condemn somebody, but according to her behavior, apparently your shit already messed up. So me and my innocent children literally have to be harassed and stalked by every criminal, drug addict, and prostitute that she knows on the damn internet because her son went to prison. And what, I was there. I was there when her, you know why her son went to prison? Her son went to prison because he robbed somebody and shot the man. That is a fact. She's so mentally ill, and for some reason, and you know what, I truly believe that when the day comes that they arrest Alexis and take her to prison, because trust me, you think I don't link all of this to her and the other one in Alabama who encouraged the stalkers? They encouraged the stalkers. When they take her to jail, guess what she's gonna say? But wait a minute, I'm with Nipsey Hussle. You can't arrest me. I'm with Nipsey Hussle. I get over I get over 300 trolls. I've got bots on the internet watching me. They're gonna be like, ma'am, put your hands behind your back. Let me read you your Miranda rights. That's how delusional she is. This is where all of this started, my system. This is where all this started. Even if I wanted to move to a, and the neighborhood I was in was very nice. Even if I wanted to move to a nice little community and put my son in school, I couldn't do it because guess what? I'm being stalked by these people. And I'm not taking no chances with my children. Y'all just don't, oh my goddamn. Trust me, I've been through too much. My Deja, I've been a mother that's gotten a phone call. And I ain't gonna never be that mother that gets that phone call ever again over my non-dead body. It ain't gotta be over my dead body. No, never. It will be something that will never be accepted in my reality. So you know what? That's what I do. Okay. And can you imagine all of those mothers that got the red flags that knew maybe I should homeschool my kid? Imagine the thought process going across their mind and they send their kids to school anyway and some crazy shit happen. I'm not taking no chances. So, yeah, she is. She's a nut job. So, and I don't feel comfortable with that. I really don't. I don't feel comfortable with that. And I don't care about their network. I got a network too. And my network protects children and women, okay? And pregnant women. Now, funny how for some reason me going live mentioning that trigger Tina. Tina is a predator. So is Alexis. Everybody knows it. End of story, case closed. Okay? And they are all into sex work too, on some level. Okay? And literally came across some videos of me and trafficked them around the internet and literally went live and tried to say, oh, she trafficked somebody, while they literally, like, it's insanity. It's insanity. And I believe that these people are involved in things like that. And I believe that eventually they're going to be arrested. Ain't nothing going to ever happen to me and my family. I will tear Alexis down and drag her to hell with a pitchfork before I ever allow her to hurt any of my children. And that's a reality of the situation. I don't give a damn. As Alexis knows people in low places. She do. They ain't gonna come around me or my babies. But I just couldn't take a chance because I would just be nervous I'd be a nervous wreck all day. Because it's very easy for a predator, and it's obvious that Alexis knows pedophiles. She does. She knows a lot of them. She knows a lot of different types of people. For them to go snatch my kid, mm-mm. No, we ain't taking that chance. And he gets plenty of he socializes with a lot of kids. He's fine. Okay. And I'm not, I'll be God damn y'all. Oh my God. I ain't even gotta worry about that though. Our lives are gonna be great. I ain't gotta worry about having to get vengeance on somebody for hurting none of my children. I would never, because you know how people be like, I wish somebody would. I would never wish nothing. I focus. That's why I got gray hairs. I focus on protecting my babies, and that's exactly what I'm gonna continue to do. Okay. And yeah, if you'd have asked me 20 years ago, would I have ever saw something like this playing out from the internet? Nope. But you know what? I'm ready for them every single time. And these kids, they know what's going on, but I handle all of it. They were trying to throw negative energy at my children yesterday. Everything that they try to throw at my babies comes to me. So I stand in front of my children. Period. So, and cuz I ain't like they mamas. I'll tear somebody ass up. Mm-mm. I don't play that. And I'm like that about other people's children too. You never catch me nowhere ever. I don't even think that way. You know what I'm saying? And we all heard that video with Alexis talking that, and I'll be looking. I don't believe she actually has a real audience personally. I don't believe she does because everybody know what the deal is with her. I'm sorry, she's a child predator and tried to use her old ass son. He damn near 30, trying to use him as an excuse to express her obvious predatory behavior towards children. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Uh you ain't won nothing, girl, and you never will. And religion ain't gonna do it for you either. That's like that's preposterous for you to think that way. But I think that there are some people they have to fuck around and find out is what they have to do. Okay. So, anywho, that's pretty much it. I cannot wait until and I believe personally, this is what I feel strongly. Y'all do know that back in 2000, I believe it was 2019, the FBI in Florida actually called me about Tina. They said they were investigating her for a sex crime. So y'all do the math, okay? And I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna touch nothing. She ain't gonna touch nothing of mine. Okay? All right, y'all. That's pretty much it. I gotta go. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all have a good one.